Hi, today we will learn Dutch or Netherlands, Indonesian language or Bahasa Indonesia. About these words, I know we are kind of already learned about these words, some of them in the previous video long time ago, but this time I will put some other words because from other languages because I found it as interesting. One word can be or can have different meaning, or words that a bit similar can have different meaning in other languages. Let's start it. In Indonesian language or Bahasa Indonesia, sometimes we use opa, or sometimes you hear it as opah. There's a bit silent H or tiny H at the end. Opa or opa. Opa is grandfather in Indonesian language or Bahasa Indonesia. Opa is originally from Dutch. That's why, of course, in Dutch, grandfather is opa. But in Korea, opa is brother or older brother. Opa. And if you are female and you call a person who is old enough to be your older brother, you call him with opa, or you call your older brother opa. But if you're male and you call someone that is old enough to be your older brother, or you call your older brother but you're male, you cannot call with oppa, you have to call with hyung. In Indonesian language or Bahasa Indonesia, we also have opak or kue opak. Kue is cookie. Opak is the name of the cookie. Kue opak. And we go here. There's interesting thing. The formal way to call grandfather or grandpa is kakek. Kakek in Indonesian language or Bahasa Indonesia. But some people might use opa because it's from Dutch era. We had been colonized for 350 years, so of course we will adopt some words from Dutch. Kakek is the formal one to say grandfather, but you might find also opa or opa. But if you replace this A in Indonesia or E in English into A in English or in Indonesia A, instead of kakek into kakak, this is kakek. Kakak is older brother, or can be also older sister, or can be also person that is old enough to be your older brother or your older sister. You call them with kakak. In Indonesian language or Bahasa Indonesia, we have papa or papa. I know we have ayah, and we also have bapak or bapak. Bapak or bapak. But sometimes we also call father with papa or papa. This papa also is adopted from papa Dutch. In Korea, there's appa. Appa, it means father. And there's also in Korea apa with one P, it means it hurts. Hurts. So this one is father, this one is hurts. In Sundanese, or one tribe from West Java province, I'm from Bandung and I'm a Sundanese. This in Sundanese from West Java province, or in Java Island in Indonesia, West Java province or Bandung, Sundanese, apa is father. You have to say it with this pronounce apa, apa. In Bahasa Indonesia or Indonesian language, apa is what. Apa is what. A question word, it means what. This is father in Indonesian language, bapak or bapak. In Indonesian language or Bahasa Indonesia, we also have another kind of cookie or kue, ape. Kue, ape. Or ape. This looks the same, but you pronounce it different because this is ape in English. Ape. But in Indonesian language is different. You pronounce it's different thing. It's cookie or food. Ape or kue ape. In Mandarin or Chinese language, ape is your father's sibling that is male, older brother of your father. Ape, your uncle but older than your father. Ape. In Indonesian language, we have Oma for grandmother. Is from Dutch, Oma. 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 Sometimes you might hear a silence or tiny bit of H. Oma or Oma. In Japanese language, Oma is house. Japanese language. I'm mix of several. I have descents. I have Chinese descents. I have Sundanese descents. I have Japanese descents. So I can hear some of the words. This Oma is from my grandmother. I heard this Oma because she's Japanese. It means house. And in Mandarin or Chinese language, because I'm also has Chinese descent, also from my grandmothers and from my grandfathers. Grandmother can be guama or popoh or ama or ama. In Indonesian language or Bahasa Indonesia, we have sama. It means same. But most of the time, we change one word dengan or with in English. In Indonesia dengan. We change into casual word or slang for replacing with sama. This sama is the formal one, it means same, but we use this sama for daily conversation or slang or informal to say with. I go somewhere with my brother. I will say the with sama instead of with dengan. Sometimes we also silence or we don't say the initial, we just say it ama to say with. I go with my brother somewhere. I go ama, my brother, with ama. So we can see here, ama is slang or informal or casual to say with in Indonesian language, daily conversation. But in Mandarin or Chinese language is grandmother. And mother, sometimes we also call in Indonesian language with mama or mama. Of course, it's from Dutch, mama, mama. In Mandarin or Chinese language, we also call grandmother with Emma. Emma, grandmother. And in Indonesian language, we have mak and emak for mother. Emak or mak, mother. I put pink circle here because most of the time I thought this is a formal word instead of this one. And then I checked the dictionary, the Indonesian Big Dictionary of Indonesian Language or KBBI. It turns out this one is the formal one and this one is the informal one. It's interesting. That's why I put pink circle. This one is for mom or ma'am or mother, mak. But sometimes we also hear emak or Mrs. The short version to call your mom in Indonesian language, sometimes from mama or mama, it becomes ma or ma when we call our mother. And in Dutch is mama, but the shorter version most of the time is mom. In English we have ma'am, not for your mother, but for Mrs. or Madam, ma'am. Or maybe you call with ma'am too to your mother if you say yes ma'am, or your father yes sir, if you have to make sure of something. And this father, papa or papa in Indonesian language, the shortened version to call them is pa or pa. But in Dutch, the papa itself, if you want to make it short, into pap. In Korea, mother can be oma or eoma or eomoni, eomyoni, halmyoni for grandmother, halmyoni. But for mother, eomyoni, oma or eoma. We can see here oma for mother in Korea, but in Indonesian language and in Dutch for grandmother. And we here first and then here. Grandmother, some people said, or I checked the dictionary, it should be with one N. But some people might write it with two N's because to make it not the same with name Nana, Nana, Nana. So to make sure it's grandmother, you put two N, but it should be one. Nana, grandmothers. But nowadays people just write it either with one N or two N here. Two N's. Grandmothers, grandmother, grandma. In Indonesian language, for miss is nona. Miss, nona. In Japanese, miss is, or we can say woman, onna. But it's a bit unpolite if you call someone with onna, even though it means women. The women itself, or myself, I can, when I say something, I can refer myself using this word, onna. But if someone talk to me or someone talk to other female, they cannot say with onna into their sentences because it will be considered as not unpolite, as impolite to use onna in your sentences. If you refer not to yourself as a female yourself, if I can just say with onna, but if refer to someone or to say to someone, it's not polite to say onna. It's like, hey you female, hey you women. It's not polite. This onna, women, is used for logo in the restroom or for the restroom or for toilet area. The logo onna. In Korea, we have eoni, we have nuna, we have uni. This call is for older sister, or the girl, as the woman is old enough to be your older sister. In Korea, this one, you call for your older brother or a person who's old enough to be your older brother, oppa. But you can just call if you're female, calling this person that's old enough to be your older brother. Because if you're male and you have to call him, you have to call him with him. In this case, with older female or older sister or people who's old enough to be your older sister. If you are male, you have to call that person of you, or you have to call your older sister nuna, or people, or the girl is old enough to be your older sister, nuna. But if you are female, or if you're a girl, you call a person who is old enough to be your older sister. If you are female yourself, you call her with eoni or uni. In West Sumatra or Padang or Minang, we call older sister, or the girl or the lady or the woman that is old enough to be our older sister, we call her with uni. No matter you're male or female, you call her with uni. To a person who is old enough to be your older sister, uni. In Indonesian language, You call a person who's old enough to be your older brother or sister, kakak. And now we go here. As we can see, we just have to change one of these letters and it will change the meaning in Indonesian language. And this also in Indonesian language, you just have to replace or change these two letters. It will make different meaning. Kedelai, kedelai, soy or soybean. Keledai, donkey, donkey. Kelapa, coconut. Kepala, head. Now here, this word is or have different meaning in Japanese language and in Sundanese language and in Indonesian language. Gedang in Sundanese language, gedang is papaya. Or West Java or Sundanese, gedang is papaya. But gedang in Japanese language, banana. In West Java, papaya. In Japanese, banana. Atos in Japanese language, I should switch this one. Atos in Japanese language is hard. But atos in Sundanese or West Java is done. Done. Atos. Amis in Sundanese language or West Java province, amis is sweet, sweet flavor, sweet. But amis in Indonesian language or bahasa Indonesia is fishy, fishy flavor. Both about flavor, but one sweet, one fishy. Sampean in Sundanese or West Java language, food or feet. But in Japanese language, it means you. Sampean. Mangga in Sundanese or West Java province, it means please, please, or let's go inside, please drink, please eat, please sit down, please take a seat. The please or the let's or the shall we, mangga in Sundanese or West Java, but in Indonesian language or bahasa Indonesia, mangga is mango. Bumi in Sundanese or West Java province, house. But bumi in bahasa Indonesia or Indonesian language is earth. Thank you.